Everyone has officially settled in, including this little guy who has his own baby chair. He says, oh boy. So this is what it's gonna be, huh? Videos every weekend.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demons, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And if you're like me, the fun of collecting Kiss vinyl is getting all the goodies inside. I remember the first time I realized that Rock and Roll Over had a merch form inside. It took me back to the days of being a kid when your peanut butter Captain Crunch had a high bouncing ball inside. So obviously one of the main goals of any Kiss vinyl collector is to get all of the goodies inside. You want the prize and you want the merch form. And as a youngster, you looked at these merch forms and imagined how cool it would have been back in 1978 to get said merch form and order anything off of this merch form you wanted. At the bargain prices back then, it would have made for a fun summer. And that's kind of where I have been this year as far as collecting. It all started at the beginning of the year. I was looking at said merch form, the double platinum merch form, and I thought, you know, that would be a fun collecting rabbit hole. To actually set a goal and piece together an entire merch form. Now, pretty impossible in today's market, but not unattainable. Some of the goodies I think that would set you back pretty penny from this merch form would be the baseball hat, the picture set. You rarely see that pop up. And sadly, things like that, you have to worry about the validity of the picture set. Are they legit pictures from the Kiss Army warehouse? Or is an eBay seller reprinting those and passing them off as vintage goods? The necklace probably would set you back a pretty penny, and the shirts are a tough one to come by because you want to make sure they're vintage. I do kind of feel we are hitting that moment in history where we are seeing prices drop. They're not dropping back to where they should be. Granted, everything costs a lot now, but I think my inner monitor of Kiss merch is going to be when we see belt buckles drop from that $500 tier range. Once we see those go down to 100, 150, I'll feel the market has returned from being a clown show. Because right now, those belt buckles are not worth $500, 50 to 75 in my cheapskate mind, 100 to 125 in reality. But back to the point, to collect the entire merchandise form is not an impossibility. It is possible. It will just take time, and I kind of like to devote a year to a project. Last year was Dynasty, of course, and that turned out a lot of fun. And Dynasty will always be my album and kind of always my collecting point. 1979, that whole Return of Kiss era, I just love. But there's very much something about the double platinum era I also love. A, I'm a sucker for greatest hits. B, I love the fact that a majority of these songs are remixed. Not afraid to admit it, my all-time favorite Kiss gatefold. Those embossed Mylar photos are just simply badass to me. A Live 2 gatefold, of course, is a super cool shot of the band, but to me, you don't get any classier than the packaging of double platinum. Add in the fact it has one of the coolest toys to be included in a record. Double platinum is kind of my second favorite album of all. Dynasty is number one, fun to collect that era. Double platinum, I love the packaging. Why not collect that era too? So this was the merch form I set out to collect. And you have to love the fact that at one time I taped this to my bedroom wall when I was young. Tape stuck to the back. When I was young, I didn't think about framing stuff. Everything went on the wall with tape. So I had a lot of fun. I love to decorate rooms. I love to celebrate Kiss. If I'm hot-faced on it, it's up on the wall. Which brings me to this, the double platinum promo Mylar poster, which set me down the double platinum rabbit hole, if you will. And, you know, I'm usually bad at framing stuff. I frame these super quick because I love these things. They're kind of fragile because they are Mylar posters, but man, these are fun. And the promo poster Also comes in a white version, which I would love to get, but it also is a silly, silly belt buckle price range. Come on, people. No poster is worth $350. I'm sorry. But I have kicked off my double platinum year of collecting with these Mylar posters. Poster number 1, the Paul Stanley Mylar poster. And I love the fact that I do it too. We all refer to these as the double platinum posters because they are on the merch form. But these posters are actually from 1977. 1977, A Coin Management, The Ball Game Company, New Orleans, and minus Gene, those are Alive 2 shots. And to me, that's the fun of collecting. You know, you always kind of just get a thought in your head like, hey, these are double platinum posters. They're really not. They're really 77 Alive 2 posters. But since they're in Mylar and in the double platinum merch form, we consider them double platinum posters. Genius idea, by the way, to put them in the double platinum merch form because, hey, these are Mylar. Goes perfectly with platinum. You have to love the KISS marketing machine back then, or the A Coin marketing machine. You have to love it. Pure genius. Pure fun. How cool would it have been to work in the A Coin offices? Next up, Peter Criss. Got the Peter Criss Mylar all framed up and ready to go. And lastly, this just came in, the group shot number 1. Super stoked to get this one, as this is my first group shot of the Mylars. And these are posters I have never seen in real life. My entire KISS collecting life, 50 years old, first time ever seeing these. It's a rabbit hole I'm looking forward to going down the rest of the year. It's a super fun way to start. And once again, you really have to love the A Coin marketing because once again, they take an old piece of merch, the logo belt buckle that had been around since the Rock and Roll Over merch form, and package it as a double platinum buckle stating KISS logo in silver metallic. So boom, another piece of the double platinum merch form checked off. And to me, that's what collecting is all about. It's all about fun, never about profit, never about one-ups. It's all about having fun. And what a better way to have fun than to set little games for yourself. Like this year, I am going to complete example 1. And for me, 2024, example 1 is going to be double platinum. Although anything Dynasty that touches the old ticker, you better believe, shut up and take my money. I bleed Dynasty Neon Pink with a dose of double platinum silver. Speaking of silver, look at the silver-haired puppy. Oh, she's such an old girl. I love ya.
All right.
Once again. We just got a Bob Ross and a Ted Knight. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Come here, buddy. Come here, Strider Boy. Come on. Get up here with us. Come on. Get up here. You are the shyest little Dickens in the world. Thank you for hanging with us tonight and waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia with us, talking double platinum with our silver-haired puppy and our little Strutter 78 boy. Look, it's all playing together. Be good to your babies. Spay, neuter, microchip. Take care. Be safe. We will talk to you soon.